Hello everyone. In this course, in this training, we'll be talking about HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the main structure of a website. Without having the HTML file, you can't create a website. So it's a must if you are into web development. It's a must to learn HTML. So HTML is just like an all-computer building without paint, without adding anything. While CSS is the styling sheet where you are going to add your paint, add your decoration and everything. While JavaScript is just like you adding your AC and other functions to your house. So when you create an HTML file and open it in the web browser, the browser interprets the HTML code and display it as a web page. Each element in HTML is wrapped in a tag which tells the browser how to present that content. For example, headings are defined with H1 and H2. So I'll be sending you the video on how to set up your coding environment. I'm going to send you the video how to set up your coding environment. So as we dive into this course, feel free to ask questions as we go along, and I'll encourage you to experience with the code you learn. The best way to learn HTML is by practicing and building your own web page. Now let's get started. Okay, now we're going to dive into writing of code. So here I'm going to explain how the code works. I'm going to explain it step by step. So yeah, if you're using PC, you're using a laptop, it's very easier for you to write code, very easy. So for instance, since we are dealing with HTML, I'm going to write HTML. So now you can see we have three HTML here. We have HTML, we have HTML5, we have HTML XML. So here we are dealing with HTML5, which is the latest HTML now. Don't click on enter. You are going to see this code here. Yes. So in HTML we have two types of tag. We have the opening tag and the closing tag. So to differentiate between the open tag and the closing tag starts with a slash. I can see here this body here, you can see a slash here. This HTML, you can see a slash. This heading, you can see a slash. So the closing tag starts with a slash, while the opening tag does not have a slash. So this is an opening tag. This is an opening tag. So now we also have element to we have block element and inline element. To know the block element has both opening and closing tag. Note that the block element has both opening and closing tag, just like this body here. This body have opening and closing tag. This HTML2 have closing tag and opening tag too, both this heading too. So inline element are element that does not have a closing tag, like this meta here does not have a closing tag. This one too here does not have a closing tag. Okay, so let's continue. So this is doc type HTML is to tell the browser what version of HTML is being used. So once this HTML or this doc type HTML is inserted on your website, to tell the browser that you are using HTML5 on your website. HTML5 on your website. So this HTML tag you are seeing here, this HTML tag is the root element that contain all HTML elements. You can see that all these tags here are in between. They are inside the HTML tag. That's why I said it's the root element that contain all HTML tag. So if you are creating your own code from scratch, you should also know that any code you are inserting, they must be inside the HTML tag. And we also call this, you also have a language that interprets in English. So this, if you see anything like this, they are called attributes. Both something like this too, and for this too, this name, anything that I see like this inside the tag, inside an opening tag mostly, they are called an attribute. So the next one is the head section. So this is the X section here. The X section contains meta information about the document. So you can see here, this is the meta information here. So the main work of this here is to align your code properly when in a different device. You can see name viewport with device. So you can see, so you align your work on different device. So this title also, this title is to give your website a name. Yeah, give your website a name. So I'm going to show you how the title work on the website. So the next thing here is the body. This is the body tag is where you are going to like add all your elements, all your coding element to show on the web page. For instance, if you want an image to show in your website, or if you want a text to show your website, it must be written in between the body tag. So now let us open our web page first. So to open your web page, so for instance, if you have written, like for instance, if you write any code here, you can see that you see a white button here. This white button to show that your code is not being saved. So if you want to save your code, you must click on Ctrl S. So you can see now that the code now is already showing, this side is already showing X. That means that your code is already saved. So once you have done this process here, to show your website, to show the output of your website, you need to locate the folder you created. So I created mine on document and what is the name again? Okay, first training. So this is my HTML file here. So if I should open it, let me just double click on it first. So now you can see this is where I'll be viewing all my code. So the title here, this is a title. Okay, let me just say I'm creating a e-commerce website. E-commerce website. So I'll give my website a title. Let me say e-commerce homepage home. So I've given this particular file a title, e-commerce home. So if I should refresh it, so you can see here that the title here is the e-commerce home. So that's the work of the title tag, e-commerce home. Okay, I'll be teaching you the basic code. So the basic code, we have first, we have heading. So to write an heading, we have different type of heading. We have heading 1 to heading 6. So here is H1, which represents heading 1. Let me just write this is an heading. Okay, this is an heading. Then let me just duplicate them into 6. Let me duplicate them into 6. So this, the first was heading 1, and this second one will be heading 2. So now we have heading 1 to heading 6, that H1 to H6. So once you save it, you open your browser here and then refresh. Okay, now you can see this here. This is the first heading, which is H1. This is H2 and H3. Then this last one here, H6. So right looking at this heading here, I'm pretty sure that you guys know how to use heading now in your website. Just for you to like highlight the text on your website, maybe for an important notice, or you want to draw a user attention to a particular text. So this is how you call an heading on your website. So now we're done with an heading. So before we move to the next one, I want to show you guys what they call comment. Okay, this is how to insert a comment to your website. This is it. So the first thing to do is just put a less than. Okay, let me remove it. Just put this less than and put an exclamation mark. Then just put dash here 1 2. So you can see here, this is a comment. So the comment only readable by the user, not the computer. So you can just like, okay, let me do heading section. This is used when you have a lot of code on your website to just able to identify which particular part are you going to work on. So for instance, if I should put edit section here, so this part edit section, so I just put edit section there and then come here and refresh. You see that the edit section part isn't showing. You can see that edit section text I added is not showing. So also apart from having a lot of code, in case you want to disable some text here, for instance, if you once you have put this exclamation mark with this 2 dash, you can comment to close it up here, 1, 2, and then close it here. You can see just only this part here that is just highlighting green here. So once you come to this part here and refresh, you can see it's no longer showing here. So that's the work of comment here. So let me just undo them here. So the next one here is paragraph here. We have a paragraph tag, and the paragraph tag we use with the p tag for the paragraph. So you can say this is a paragraph. Okay, so with the p tag we call out a paragraph function. So once you use p tag here and come to refresh, you can see here this text here is different with other text you see here, different with the headings. So this is how to call a paragraph on your website. So see, this is the paragraph text here. So also just a mistake that other people are making when coding, like at the beginner, like a real beginner, like instead of you adding your text, like your content, like for instance now this way now, instead of you to add it in between the paragraph, so many people will just come here and then add it here, which is very, very wrong. So instead, write your code, write whatever you're writing in between your tag, like you do I did this first one here and this headings too. So that's how you do it here. So and again to what we call line break here, line break. So for example, let me just do a lot of that. Let me just let me just do this here. I'm coming. Okay. So let me just do this way. Okay, now if you come and refresh it now, you are going to see that we have a lot of text here, like wow, this is the paragraph. So this line break now is going to take some part of your text to the next line. For instance, now I want this particular text here, like I just want two sentences to be in one line. So this is what I go to do here. Okay, so this is the paragraph. They said did this here. I'm going to add a tag they called br. Okay, br. So this is the br tag here. This one is an inline anime, does not have a closing tag. So this is the br here. So once we refresh now, let us save and then refresh. So you can see now the other text have gone to the next line. So just remember from just add it to other text here. So let us look for other text here. Okay. So I'm done with it. So let us come. You can see now all of them now are already in different line. So in case you still want to add more space between them, you can just add you can add 2 br tag too. You can just add 2 br tag, just okay. You can add 3 or 5, add different, you can see now there's enough space here, enough gap here. So that is the function of the line break, the br tag. Okay. So the next one here is let me go to the next line. So we have the HR tag. The HR tag just draw. The HR tag just draw an horizontal line. So the meaning of that HR tag is called horizontal row. The H is horizontal, the R is row. So what it just does, just draw an horizontal line below it. You can see this is the horizontal line here. So that's the work of the horizontal line. you can see HTML is very easy. It can just take like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to learn HTML. So the next one here is the bit tag. So now let me just do a paragraph. Let me just write this is a paragraph. So now let us view it again. So now you can see that this text is the same thing with this here. So there's a tag called bit tag. Bit tag. So let's just clear this also to be easier for us. So this bit tag, we add another tag inside the tag too. So this bit tag, if we put this is the paragraph also, we'll put this is a paragraph. So this bit tag represent is a bold tag. Instead of call it bit tag, just say bold tag. It's to make your text bold. To make your text bold. So you just save it. You can see now the paragraph is already bold. So in case you don't use the bit tag, we also have another tag also that works the same as bold tag. We use strong. So this strong tag is the same thing with the bit tag. You can see it's the same thing here. So you can either use the bit tag or the strong tag, but the bit tag is not easier. So the right be like. So now we have the I tag, italic tag. So let me copy this text. Okay, let me just put I tag here, and let me copy this text here. You can remove paragraph. You want to remove it to you can remove paragraph. So you can just come and refresh. So you can see now this straight here looks somehow in italic. Like you can see it's different with this paragraph here. You can see the way the thing curve. So that's work of the I tag too. In case don't see the I tag, we also have another one that also this emphasize tag. So let me paste this here. So you can see here too. They are both the same, but I want this text to come down. So I'm going to make use of the BR tag. So if you save it here, you can see now directly below it. So this is the I tag and this is the EM tag. So the last one here, is the U tag. Let me just put this is underline. This is an underline tag. So this U tag just draw a line below your text. You can see here. This is an underline tag. So this is work of the U tag. Okay, so we are done with this basics of we are done with this basics code. So the next we are going to go to we are going to create a list items on your code, just like number 1 ball, number 2 cat, number 3 you can get. So we are going to create something like that here. So the first you need to make use of is the UL tag. So the UL tag means unordered list. So once you have the UL tag, what you need to do is just to be listing your items. Which you have the LI tag. The LI tag means list items. In case if you have any items you want to list on your website, you just make use of the LI tag. So the LI tag means list item. For example, to list some items, ball, so now you can see you have the unordered list, and inside the unordered list we have the list items here. So we want to save it and then refresh it here now. You can see here this is how it look like on the website. So you might be wondering, why are you seeing this dot sign here? This dot sign activate it's because we have the UI tag, the UL tag. That's why we have this dot here. So the work of this UI, the work of this dot coming outside is because of the LI. So the LI is just to list the items, and the UI is just to bring out the dot. So for instance, if you don't have the LI here, you can't see any list items here. So we make it of the LI to just be listing out the items and the UL will be doing its work by bringing out dot sign. So in case you don't want the dot, you just want 1 2 3, so you just make it off. Instead of UL, let me copy this. Instead of UL, you have OL. OL means ordered list. So if you come here and refresh, you can see now 1 2 3 4. So this is the unordered list, that is UL. This is ordered list, that is OL. So this is all for day 1. So I'll be sending you your assignment for you to do.